So I figure it's a great time to kind of review what sealed 2022 bankrolls are selling for. In this video, we're going to take a look at specifically the bankrolls and less about the U.S. Mint rolls that you could get. Like, for instance, you see the 2022 P&D two-roll set, which is $20 face, selling it for $55 shipped. Yeah, it's like... not really a widely collected roll by itself, but, yeah, just wanted to talk about the stuff that you could get at the bank, because a lot of the rolls, and I could talk about a great example in the PD and S rolls of the American Women quarters, which are just hot right now. Like if we roll down the list here, eventually we'll get to one of them. Not that. This one right here. So this is a... apparently this person selling this is enrolled in this program on the U.S. Mint. There's no way to get a hold of these at release when they come out because they're all being fulfilled through the enrollment process. If you didn't get into the enrollment process earlier this year, you're out. And with good reason. It filled up fast, and it's pretty much, it sells out. It sells out because it's fulfilling the enrollment. There are no 3-roll sets available on the U.S. Mint at the time of release, which stinks. I even tried ordering the last one, the Sally Ride quarters, and you couldn't do it. There were 0 available at release. And as you can see, this is really the byproduct of that. $199.95 for that very same product that you could have picked up for around $60. I mean, 3x your money is a pretty good flip. And again, that's one roll of each of the PD&S all business strike uncirculated coins. Yeah, the U.S. Mint did create and produce the S-Mint business strike coins that were only available in the 3-roll set that you could get at the Mint. Allegedly, they have a very, very tight mintage of around 300,000. That number might be a little bit more, a little bit less. But based off of just kind of like doing a little bit of crunching the numbers, it's right around 300,000 is where the mintages are. And people are grading them. There are some graded examples that have sold for a good deal of money. And I think that's probably one of the big reasons why that people are really hyped about the PD&S American Women Series. Now, I'm going to let you guys know, there's probably an opportunity where early next year, they might bump the enrollment a little bit. I'm not sure. And leave it open for people to go ahead and sign up. If you can do it, I would highly suggest you could do it just for the free easy tendies. There's going to be probably less than 5% of the people that actually buy these that are really collectors. Okay, and they'll never sell these. But this is one of those particular rare cases where a U.S. Mint product in roll form sells for a considerable premium compared to what they are being sold at on the U.S. Mint website. So that's that right there. The big facilitator of this particular video is really, and you're going to see a series of videos throughout the next few weeks as we're kind of going into a funny market situation where the stock markets are tanking, crypto's tanking, and inflation and all this other crap. I keep talking about it. It makes me sick every time I have to talk about it. But it's a real thing, and it's something that we're going through. There might be an instance where the coin market could correct, much like all these other investable classes are doing right now. So with that being said, obviously, everything crumbles from the top. The top thing right now is modern coins. If you were going to protect your money and your holdings, you would probably want to first start to either sell or trade off all of your modern coins, okay, because that's going to be the first tier of numismatics that's going to plummet first, okay, and then it's going to go into World War II material, and then it's going to go into ephemera related items and exonumia, things like tokens, Civil War tokens, so-called dollars, things like that. Kind of like the commemoratives, kind of like that weird group of coins that not a lot of people do collect. And then from there, varieties, errors, coins of the 19th century, and then all the way down. Now, the amount of money that these particular classes within numismatics will lose a little bit less, okay? But nothing is going to get hit harder than modern coins. Modern coins, I think, has overperformed in the last 12 to 18 months, maybe even a little bit longer than that. I think that this is like an unnatural, unsustainable type of growth, and we are going to see some sort of correction when the market finally realizes that it can't push out any more into it. So one of the things I'm telling you guys is go ahead and probably consider moving while the market is really good right now. Brand new sealed 2022 inventory. Now, you've heard me say, yeah, sealed equity is a thing. These things over the course of many years will enhance in value. Okay, and I'm not taking back any of that stuff. But we are in different times. We are in extraordinary times where a lot of the material that you see from 2022 coming from like local banks and all that, selling for a lot of money. All right, so 2022 full sealed $25 box of pennies. These are Philadelphia's. You're sitting right around shipped $75 to $80, which, if you're able to flip it for that amount, after after all the fees have come out of it, you're going to make about $30 a box. And if you have the ability to grab, multiples of these, let's say you have a few banks that are really willing to play ball with you and able to push as much inventory to you as you so desire, you could honestly make a pretty good amount of money doing this. I did it for a while. And if you're looking to pick up an extra $200, $300, $400 or more every month in income or savings, or just using it to pay off bills, that's a great way of doing it. Let's see. Say here's another one here, $82 for 2022p. Believe it or not, Denver boxes are actually doing okay as well. They're in that $70 to $80 range as well. Even though you can't really find a whole lot in them. So a lot of the juicy errors and varieties are typically found in Philadelphia mint rolls, and that's why there's just a slight edge, a slight premium for those particular products compared to Denver rolls. Here's someone that sold off 3 boxes, so that's $75 face value with shipping for $193. So this person right here will end up profiting about $70 for the 3 boxes by the time you factor in fees and shipping and all that stuff. So again, not too bad. There's really free, easy money to be made here. If and only if you're willing to invest a little bit of money to pick these rolls up from the bank and then turn around and flip them online. Now, they're going to be quite heavy. I probably wouldn't personally recommend shipping out 3 boxes at a time. If you were going to maximize the impact and amount of money that you'll realize from these sealed bank boxes, sell them as individual boxes, and not 3 of them at a time. If you had 3 of them into a nice case box, you're probably going to do a double wall type of shipment where you pack it in one box and then nest it into another one with more packing around it. That's going to be your best bet, so that way this package doesn't burst open. I've seen that happen before, and it's not good. But yeah, you can make more money selling the boxes on an individual basis. Per item cost is going to be the same, but the amount of profit that you make off of each box is going to be a little bit more. So instead of, say, for instance, for this person, selling each of the boxes cost-wise at about $65 a box, that's a little bit on the high side. It's about 64 and some change. You're going to be selling singular boxes by themselves for, again, that $70 to $85 region, which is going to be a little bit more money. Sure, you're not going to sell it all in one group and realize more money in the front, but these things sell pretty regularly enough that you don't have to worry about that at all. You know, you could throw up, let's say, 10 boxes of pennies on eBay as kind of like a Dutch-style auction. And then as you go and sell off each one of them, you're probably going to go through all 10 boxes in 1 week. Okay, that's how frequently these boxes will sell, because there's a lot of people across the country that do the whole sealed equity thing, or they like to hunt through them, that will gladly pay that kind of money to obtain those boxes. And as we go on through the year, it's not like that we're going to continuously get more and more and more penny boxes, even though the mint is producing more. Keep in mind, they produce pennies all throughout the year. They even have a production report, I believe, on the U.S. Mint website, the same way that the BEP has a production report on their website for paper money. They give you an idea of how much of this stuff is being produced. So those are pennies. Let's see if we can find a few others in here. I might have to drill it down even more. These are quite unique. These are the 10 roll box. I have actually a box of 2017s. That's the little short, box that has only 10 rolls. That's $5 face value. These are selling for quite a bit of a premium at $32 because they're scarce. People think that, there's not a lot of them. They're kind of cute looking. So they'll go and they'll pick up some of these and flip them for over 6x their face value. Okay. And then these are a little bit cheaper to ship as well. People will actually put these into a bubble mailer and then, ship them accordingly like that. Sometimes they'll try and squeak it through, in under media mail, which obviously it's not media, but people are doing that and paying like $3 to $4 for the shipping. So, there's a lot of money to be made with these little shorty boxes, but not everyone gets them. And as you can tell, I believe these are NF String & Son boxes. So continuing on down the line, we have another penny box here, $71.59 shipped, which is kind of like sitting on the low end of the sale price of these. There's more of those PD&S rolls from the mint. $229 for the Sally Rides. Again, the money is just way too good to just sit on them, especially if you're not going to search through them. If it's not for you, you might as well sell it and realize the potential of the amount of profit that you'll make off of those. This is a good time, I guess, to kind of cross over to Roosevelt Dimes. We do have one sale here of a full bank box, which equates to $250 face value. This one right here sold for $350. Doing a little bit of the math, and because it's free shipping, it's probably going to cost about $15 to ship. So you'll back that off of there. You're going to be at $335, and then taking off about 13%. So you're going to profit around $50 on this box by the time it's all said and done. While it doesn't seem like a whole lot, Roosevelt Dimes are the least desired bank boxes out there. But keep in mind, they are a $50 profit for each one that you sell. And you don't see a lot of them on the open market compared to pennies, nickels, and quarters. So that's that there. There is indeed a Denver Mint box that's sold for $94.99 shipped of 2022s. All right, and there's two that sold back to back. This is on the 17th. This is recent. If we continue on down the line here, we'll come across some nickels. I did see nickels somewhere around here. I may have to type it in. More of the U.S. Mint product. People are flipping them. It's above all else, the U.S. Mint stuff that people are making some free easy tendies on. It's like a hot potato right now. You certainly do not want to hold on to, say, the candy $50 rolls. because those things are going to implode on you if you're not careful. There's another penny box. I would recommend not doing an actual auction. I would just set it on there as a buy it now fixed price listing to get rid of them. Kind of like my magic target number is $84.99 for both the P and D boxes respectively, and you will sell through them. Another penny box, $82, and because people like free shipping, when you add that in there, it certainly helps with the sale. There's another 10 roll box there. Pennies, more pennies, lots of pennies. Okay, so yeah, let me go ahead and type in. There's Roosevelt Dimes. This individual is selling one BU roll of Denvers for $15. Now, if you wanted to make the most amount of money, you would do it like this, selling them by the roll. But you're not going to sell all of them right away. That might take maybe 3 months to sell a box worth of these. Again, you're not going to realize the maximum amount of profit up front. It's going to take, a duration in order to cash in on those. So, yeah, it depends on your patience level and how good your accounting and your books are, especially if you withhold all the profit into its own pot, you should be okay. So yeah, we gotta have a 2022 Sally Ride P-Mint quarter machine roll box, $500 face, sold for $660 shipped. This person will profit around $85, $85, $90, somewhere around there. So that is another possibility. I think the Maya Angelou sell for a little bit more than that. Again, there's one roll of Roosevelt Dimes. Those are Denver's, $12. See, pretty regular sales within the last 2 weeks. Nickels you don't see come up too often. And I think people are still having a hard time trying to get a full bank box of nickels. Here's one right here. These are circulated, unsearched Jefferson Nickels for $150. So it's it's really not worth it to sell a full bank box of circulated nickels because you're going to end up only profiting about $25 per box. So those are always nice to kind of go through on your own. So here's a Maya Angelou box of quarters. Not a lot of profit here, although the shipping's $57. And again, this was sold as a regular bid up item. So it's $617 shipped. I don't know what kind of shipping that is that makes it so expensive, but that's something I would have charged like $15-20 to ship, because you could pack it into a flat rate medium box all day long. So yeah, you're going to be able to make about $50 profit on that one. Not a lot. Again, pennies right now are what's selling for the most margin. Crazy, no nickels. I thought I saw a lot of nickels. I probably passed over it, but yeah, pennies, man. Pennies are good right now. Pennies are good right now, and those 3 roll sets from the U.S. Mint of quarters are undeniably hot. Yeah, we're coming to the bottom here. I don't see nickels. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Sealed. Let's see what sealed nickel rolls look like here. All right, so that's that first listing that we looked at from May 3rd. Here's another one here, 2022 uncirculated box of nickels, $173.40. Keep in mind there's $100 face out of every single one of those. So yeah, you'll profit around $40 off of one box of nickels. Yeah, they also make the 10 roll shorties as well, which is $20 face value. That's a really good return there if you could pick some of those up. $75 a pop for Denver's. You'll make $40 a piece after fees. This box right here doesn't really say if it's BU, kind of like single date or circulated. Anyways, that's not a good amount of money to sell it for. Here's a sealed box. 2022 D Denver's $190. That's not bad. You'll profit about $55 from that one there. From way back in March 18th when brand new rolls started to come out. Here's a Denver box that sold for $250. You're gonna make about $120 profit on that. But yeah, the shorty boxes, they're scarce, man. I don't know if you guys can find those specifically, but yeah, these short little boxes right here are incredible. Aside from the 2017 roll box that I had a 2014 D shorty box of Lincoln Cents that I sold 2 years later in 2016 for like $100, but I only had one. And then someone actually sent me that because I don't have a bank set that have these specifically. That'd be awesome if they did. But yeah, these are quite scarce. And I think people pay up for these just for the novelty of them. Because they are genuinely sealed bank boxes. But I think they're made more so for the merchant services, businesses that come in that need change. That's where they give away a lot of those. And it's going to be some of your bigger banks that holds those. Above and beyond, the full sealed $100 face or 100 roll or 50 rolls rather, bank boxes of nickels. So those are all of the coinage, sealed coinage currently selling right now. Lincoln Cents again are top of the heap, and these shorty boxes of any denomination that you could grab a hold of are your two hottest items for this year. You can think about the possibilities. You sell these, whatever you decide to do with the money. It always helps to kind of tie in what you could trade in that profit for. Like selling one 2022 Lincoln Cent bank box, you could take the profit, which is going to come out to around $40 to $45, and buy yourself, say, a new Silver Eagle, and then have a little bit left over to buy some scrap silver. It's an idea. You could take that money and just straight up buy 90%, all right, which is probably $1.70 worth, somewhere around there. You could also pick up some really nice mid-state buffalo nickels, which, again, if you're trying to be a little selective in what you're going to collect and invest in, going from the ultra-modern tier where it's going to crash the hardest, and then, say, skipping down to the World War II classification of coinage would be a smart idea, because those coins will retain their value. They're not going to dip as hard as the modern coins. So a little food for thought. I wanted to go ahead and talk about a little bit of a sealed bank inventory type situation here. Let you guys know where these are falling at. They're not quite day one sales. Okay, these have all kind of they've settled to where it's going to be comfortable for a while, up until, let's say someone discovers a really fantastic error. Like last year, the 2021 retained cut die break Lincoln Cents that are only found in 2021 P roll boxes, or boxes in general. Yeah, those boxes are selling in excess of $100, or like $100 to $150 right now. And they're not cheap. Okay, so you're going to have to invest a good deal of money to get those if you can. But this is what we're settling on 2022s. Hopefully this had give you a little perspective. You're looking to make a little extra money, all right? Go ahead, go to the bank, spend money to get some of these 2022s and do a quick flip, all right? And then, depending on how much you really apply yourself, not to say that you're going to get rich doing this, but hey, if you can make like $300, $400, $500 extra per month, even during these times when price of gas is $6 a gallon in certain places, you can help kind of subsidize your earnings, so that way you're not feeling the pinch of all the overpriced goods that we're seeing out there today. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Hope you guys had a good time. And I certainly did. Thank you again for all of your views and support. Always appreciative of that. So I want to thank you guys again. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you guys on the next Coin video. So long, y'all.